Hey everybody, it's James here. I wanted to do a quick market update video for you. It's July 19th, just before 6 p.m. my time, and I finally have some possible bullish news. Now, I know if you're watching this channel, you're probably saying, this dude is never bullish. He's a perma-bear. You know what? I'm not a permanent bear. I am open to the market and what it gives me. So I've been very bearish for the last month or so because there is a correction looming. I do not think the correction is over, but I think we may get some temporary relief. I'm watching it. I'm not in a trade right now. I closed my short positions for a nice gain, okay? And now I'm watching this to see how this plays out because this looks like it's trying to form a head and shoulders pattern. So there's a couple interesting things about this. Number one, it is not complete, so you can't take a trade off of this yet. Well, you can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't take a trade off of this just yet. I'd wait for it to actually complete. All right, so we have down, up, down, up. Nice little neckline. Well, if I turn my magnet off, got our nice neckline down, and we could be coming up to finish this head and shoulders. And if it does, here's the interesting thing. Head and shoulders patterns, they have a price target the length of their breakout. So for example, from the bottom of this head and shoulders to its neckline will be somewhere around $1,650, okay? Give or take, depending on whether you use wicks or use closes. If we copy that and we drag it up here, we'll actually get our price target. And that would give us a price target of right around $12,400 in that ballpark. Now here's the interesting thing about that target. If we went to the wicks, it would actually be $12,500, okay? So it would be right around this area. Okay, so what? Well, watch this. Look how well those line up with resistance levels. See right here, this got stopped at that level, this got support at that level, and even the 12.4, it got stopped here, it was support here, it was resistance here, it was support here, it was support here. Look at that. Would that not be so cliche? Would that not be a perfect opportunity there? So if this thing breaks out and closes an hourly candle above this, I may be long. I may be long looking for a target up in this area. And if so, it doesn't mean the correction is over, because we would still be making, if you look at this on a bigger time frame here, or on a bigger scale, we would still be making a lower low, okay? We basically just be testing the upper end of that trend. So we could totally get a bounce up there and then come back down, okay? I'd have to reevaluate up at that level to see what was going on, but yeah, I'm looking right now for a long, okay? Unless this thing breaks down and fails to complete that head and shoulders, which is totally possible, right now, I'm leaning on the bull side, okay? Crazy, right? The bear is bullish. So, we'll see. We'll see. You know, you can't play head and shoulders before it completes because this could just as easily come up. You know, this is our 200 EMA right here. So, right now it's acting as resistance. It could just, you know, completely crap out on us. But a couple things I'm watching. Obviously, the head and shoulders is one of them. The other thing that I'm watching, and somebody said to me that they didn't think you could use the 12 EMA and the 200 EMA on, you know, for a cross, that it was supposed to be the 50-day and the 200. And that's true. If you're using a daily chart, the golden cross and the death cross are actually the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average. But this is just something that I found in my own trading. I don't know if it's taught anywhere. I found out that most of the stuff I learned from people teaching it didn't work in crypto, right? That it didn't apply to crypto. The patterns and stuff did, but the same moving averages didn't have the same results and everything else. So I started looking for my own indicators, and I started looking for what was working for me in my trading. And for me, when the 12 EMA crosses the 200 EMA bearish, it always signifies a huge drop incoming, okay? We got a little false break right here, and then it pumped. So a lot of people were basically laughing at me. I had one guy tell me I was a feeble-minded idiot. But guess what? I got my validation the very next day when it dropped 18%. Okay? So if that 12 EMA comes back up and it crosses this 200 EMA, that would be another bullish sign, and that would help make me feel better, make me feel more comfortable taking a long position, and it would definitely make me think that this 12.4, 12.5 target would be in range. Okay? So if you're a bull, you're probably loving me right now because I'm finally giving you some news that you want to hear. But just keep in mind that I still think if we go up to this level, we're just going to test the trend line and come right back down. If we look at a daily chart of Bitcoin, on our daily chart, we're still very bearish, right? Ignore the fractal. Let's take the fractal off so it's not hard to see what's going on. But we've come down. We've made a lower high. We've made a lower low. Now, if this comes up to 12.5, that's going to be a lower high And again, it's just a typical trend, downtrend, okay? Unless we break out and break above 13,200, that's about the only time that I would say bullish in terms of, hey, we're going to 15, 16, 17,000. And the reason is very simple, because then this would actually be a little bit of a W. It wouldn't have a perfect double bottom on it, but it would be a reversal type of signal for me, all right? So that's where I'm at on Bitcoin right now. As far as my opinion on Litecoin goes, not much has changed. I think if Bitcoin rallies, if we form this head and shoulders and it heads up to 12.4, 12.5, I think we'll see Litecoin pump with it, possibly all the way up to this resistance level around 118, 120. And then I think we'll see it finally go ahead and complete its dump. And that would be a picture perfect ABC correction. We'd have the A, the B, and the C, right? And the C would be down right around that level, because the C leg, by textbook definition, is supposed to go down to the 61.8 fib, okay? Which would be right around $69.52. So right there, okay? I think it will fall further than that if we do dump. I think we've got a gap right here where we've never came down and tested this old high, and I think it's very likely that we could even go further. With a lot of altcoins, you'll see further dumping, and we could come down and test this $40 support area down in this area. All right, so a couple things I'm watching for. I hope this video is helpful. Hope you're having an amazing Friday. Hope you have an amazing weekend ahead. And remember, weekends are crazy times in crypto. There tends to be a lot more volume. There tends to be a lot more retail trading. And so you do have a little bit more of an overreaction when things look bullish, and you have an overreaction when things look bearish. So if it goes bearish, expect some panic dumping. And if it goes bullish, expect some FOMO buying. All right, this is James. Please remember, I am literally some guy sitting in a spare bedroom. I am not a professional financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. You should always do your own due diligence and seek out professional advice before making any type of investment. If you enjoyed this video and you're watching it on Facebook, please give it a like. If you're watching it on YouTube, please be sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.